video is for you if you find that you have a hard time continuing to overgive to people who do not reciprocate the efforts that you put out. You are a person that finds themselves in positions where you are overgiving a lot, and you don't really feel seen in that, but you do feel like it's your role to continue to show up and be these things for other people. And this video is to help you redirect this energy back to yourself. Because I know you're hyper independent. You know what that means? You're so used to filling up everybody else's cup that it's hard for you to even know what your needs are and what your true self even wants. So why is this? Because in childhood, you did not have the proper emotional regulation that was necessary for you to step into your truth and stay there. You were the person that was always trying to make sure everything was okay and were attuning to your parents growing up, and you could feel the tension in the household, and you just picked it up because you're empathetic. And then guess what you did? You found safety. You found safety in being the emotional support animal. Okay, again, I'm not gonna try to speed through this message. I wanna make this as thorough as possible so that you can take the guidance from this video in an empowered way and make decisions that support you moving forward in your life, where you are creating relationship dynamics around you that support and nurture you instead of draining you or making you question your worth. Because if people can't receive you, it's very easy for you to question your worth. It's easy for you to wonder if you're too much or if you're not enough, or both at the same time. Both truths can exist at the same time. Are you too much? Are you not enough? Oh, this person isn't receiving my love or validating my voice or validating my needs or even seeing my needs. That means something's wrong with me. Something's always wrong with me. I'm always the one to blame. Does this sound like you? Then we're cooking. All right, so stay tuned for this video. I'm gonna help you redirect this energy and also teach you to choose yourself here. Okay, so my name is Grace. I specialize in trauma and subconscious healing. I help my clients identify the root cause of their emotional blocks, their physical life blocks on a subconscious level that keep them stuck in the same patterns or cycles that are holding them back, and so that they can love themselves and take better care of themselves and become the best, highest version of themselves on a soul level. Because your soul is on the other side of your healing work. Your soul is there waiting for you to step into your truth so that you can live it and be free, right? So this is the work I facilitate. If you're ever interested in coaching, you can book a free intro call below and check out my website for more info on that and testimonials. Okay, please like this video if you find it supportive, as my asking for reciprocity. And yeah, parts work, man, inner healing, all this stuff is so deep, important, layered, all of that. And so this is what my channel is all about, right? So I wrote some notes earlier today because today's the full moon, and there's going to be in Aries, and there's going to be cycles that are coming up for you that might challenge your relationships and the way that you're showing up in your relationships. And if those dynamics really truly support your evolution, if they really do support where you're going, who you're meant to be, what you're meant to be doing, all of that. So you got to look around. And a lot of times it's not even about the people that you're dealing with, but it's the patterns that you are playing out with those people. So all of this about, taking your power back and funneling it back to yourself, all of that is going to be based on you identifying what you keep playing out and what you keep believing is what you deserve. Like, you're going to stay in patterns and cycles in your relationships if you feel like you deserve that. You feel like you deserve, probably unconsciously or maybe a little bit consciously, to give so much, to not be truly loved, to not be met in the deeper parts of you. When you are overgiving to people, it's because you are not allowing your deeper self to be seen, most importantly by you. You're hiding from yourself about what you need and desire in relationships, in dynamics in general, right? Because depending on the context, it's really not about the fact that you need everyone to see you and nurture you and support you at all times. It's really just, you need to regulate yourself. You need to figure out what you really need. So what do you really need to feel safe, secure, balanced in your life? That's your responsibility. It's not anyone's responsibility if you are overgiving. It is not anyone's responsibility if you carry resentment for somebody else, because you're allowing yourself to give and overextend yourself. So that is your fault. This is very liberating. You didn't have control of the abuse cycles that you experienced in your past, like your childhood, before you knew any better, because you depended on your parents to co-regulate with you. But now in your adult life, if you're still allowing these relationship dynamics to hinder and block you, to keep you small, to keep you stuck, to keep you believing that you are the same, you deserve the same, you're not good enough, all this stuff, to the people around you, what's going to happen? You're going to have the same feelings of resentment, not being seen, not being good enough, because you're not even letting your true self be seen. When you're overgiving, you are lying to the self. You're lying to yourself about what you need and want. Therefore, you will never feel seen or met in your relationships. As long as you are overextending from a place of inauthenticity, away from what your true self is feeling, you will always feel like you are giving too much. You are never seen. You are never seen, you are never loved, you are never heard. Even if that is not the other person or people's story about you, the only way that you will know if people are aligned with you is if you speak your truth beyond, having an intuitive sense. You already usually know if someone's right for you or not at that time of your life. Whether you're honest about it is part of the human condition. But so seeing, accepting, loving the self, being honest with yourself about who you are, what you want, what you need to feel validated, that is the inner work you do with yourself. Now, if you can own your deeper emotional needs, if you can own your boundaries, if you can own your parts, your inner healing, that's the same work that I will facilitate and help you navigate, figure out, heal in my coaching calls, right? We will literally pinpoint in the first 5 minutes what exactly is holding you back and begin going into those deeper healing layers in the subconscious and in the body that are still playing out in your life, so that you can let them go, overcome it, and hear your soul, live your purpose. So again, we have to be real, okay, guys? Be real about the boundaries, be real about what we need to do, and protect the self that is exposed to abusive behaviors by you allowing yourself to continue. And you know what? You really probably don't even know what your needs are. You know why you don't know what your needs are? Because you were never in authentic spaces to share your needs in the first place. Like, you were never able to be seen and accepted, because why? If you're asking people who don't see and accept themselves to see you, that's impossible. You're trying to ask your family members who are disconnected from their truth to varying degrees to see and validate you. Good luck. Good luck. We all do it. Good luck. It's going to keep making you feel sad and small over and over and over again. So what do you need to do to choose yourself? That means, hey, maybe you got to distance yourself from people for a while that trigger these responses, these fear responses, these inauthentic expressions, because you don't want to live them anymore. So you need to do deeper healing work to clear those out before you can return. That makes sense. That makes complete sense. That would be a need that you have. You're not expected to do it all alone, but you need to be honest about what's helping you and what's hurting you, who's helping you, who's hurting you, what dynamics help you, what dynamics hurt you. Lots of layers to this work here. So what does it mean right now for you to choose yourself? What does it mean right now for you to choose yourself? You're going to know the answer to that when I'm asking you. You will. Some of these people don't even want to be helped or need to be helped in the same way that you're trained to give that love. Some people just aren't, they don't even want it. So then you're wasting your energy trying to be this thing for them that only they can be in the first place. So they don't even need a savior. You're not a savior. What about you? What about your voice? What about your wants? What about your dreams? What about your desires? Those are the things you have control over, not the way that people respond to you or react to you, but you do have control over if you allow yourself to be talked down to, abused, if you tolerate certain behaviors, all of that. So you have to protect yourself in the same way that you never received protection as a child. There's so many layers to this reparenting work, becoming your own parent, becoming your own guardian, becoming your own lover. On top of that, this entire world is crazy right now. It's hard for any of us to want to show up to do the work. We are not supposed to do it alone. That is something that I have most recently accepted, because I've always been a person that tried to figure everything out by herself, and it got me pretty far. But now I don't want to be that. I want help. I want to be received in different ways, right? So that's what happens when you're an empath. You're just trained that way. Plus, I've always felt different and like I stood out. And I always wanted to help people. That's why I turned it into my business. So I really should not be drinking that coffee right now. That does not taste that good. So I just want you to take this away, okay? How would it make sense, best sense for you to prioritize yourself right now? Does that mean establishing firmer boundaries with other people? Does that mean cutting people out? Does that mean investing in more hobbies or coaches or, people or activities, whatever that support you? What does that mean? What does the true you need? And that journey of finding the true self is a journey. We have to see what works and what doesn't. This took me, to find my true self was about 3 years, which thank God that was really it. And now I do feel like I am always changing and evolving, but I do still have a firm connection with that true self. We all go through crap in life that disconnects us from who we really are, but it's our job to continue to build upon that inner relationship by choosing ourselves and choosing what makes the most sense in any given day for ourselves. Being your own authority in that way. Okay? So that is my message. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know. Happy full moon, and reach out if you'd like coaching support. All right, bye.